Long ago, in the heart of a vast savanna where the wind carried the scent of baobab blossoms, there stood a kingdom called Ulora, a place so wealthy and so peaceful that neighboring lands called it the kingdom that laughter built. Ulora's gold shone brighter than the morning sun, its markets overflowed with spices and silk, and its people believed they were untouchable. At the center of it all ruled Queen Nyurai, a wise young leader whose calm voice could quiet a crowd and whose decisions shaped the destiny of thousands. But Ulora had one secret, one the elders whispered only in the dead of night. Every full moon, the kingdom's guardian, an ancient spirit named Okumerai, demanded a single offering. Keep the drums of Ulora beating, the elders always said. For as long as the drums echoed through the night, Okumerai would shield Ulora from harm. For centuries, no one questioned this. Until one night, someone did. It began with a quarrel. The lead drummer, Tombe, had grown tired of tradition. Why must we live in fear of an unseen spirit? He asked. We are strong. We can protect ourselves. His fellow drummers begged him not to break the ritual. But anger makes even wise men foolish. When the moon crowned the sky in silver, Tombe crossed his arms, sat beside his drums, and refused to play. For the first time in 700 years, Ulora's night was silent. The wind did not move. The fire did not crackle. Even the animals hid. Queen Nyurai felt an uneasiness crawl up her spine, as though the air itself was watching. And then, a roar tore across the kingdom. Witnesses later described it as a storm with no rain. A swirling darkness rose from the earth, moving like a living shadow. Houses trembled. Trees bent low. And from within the black storm came whispers. Not human whispers. Okumerai had awakened. The guardian spirit had one purpose: to protect the kingdom as long as the drums played. But when the drums fell silent, it took the silence as betrayal. The darkness swept through Ulora like a hand wiping chalk from a board. When dawn finally broke, birds began to chirp. Sunlight touched the savannah. But Ulora was gone. Not ruined. Not destroyed. Just gone. The land where the kingdom once stood was now an empty field, flat, untouched, as though no human had ever lived there. Only one person remained. Tombe, the man who refused to play the drums, woke lying alone in the grass, confused and trembling. His kingdom, his family, his home, everything had vanished. Around him sat the old drums, untouched. The spirit's final message echoed in his mind. A kingdom that forgets its rhythm forgets its existence. Tombe cried until his voice broke. Then he rose, carrying the drums on his back, determined to keep the memory of Ulora alive. He traveled from village to village, telling the story, beating the rhythm his kingdom once cherished. People called him the drummer who walks with ghosts. Because when he played, the wind changed, the earth hummed, and some swore they heard faint laughter. The laughter of a kingdom lost, but not forgotten. Ulora vanished overnight, but its heartbeat lived on in every drum Tombe played.